Yo, it's your boy DJ Fodera. This is the Culturally Inappropriate Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and everything else on SoundCloud, fucking Stitcher, and iTunes, and Google Play. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Fodera. So yeah, this is how we start this episode because it is fucking hot. Okay, like it is spicy as shit. Summer is officially here. My God, this heat wave fucking kill me. I haven't put my air conditioning in because I've been too tired and like too fucking worn out from this fucking heat in order to put it in. But I might put it in as well. But then again, I might not because I don't have the money to afford being able to have my air conditioner in. So you know what? Shout out to me being broke. Okay. If I sound a little ticked off, it's because I'm recording in a hot ass closet. You know, I'm not in a professional studio doing this. I'm not like in a sanctioned off room that I have for this. No, I'm in a fucking closet, nigga, and it is hot as shit. It's hot as fucking here. There's no ventilation. There's no airflow. There is nothing. There's just me and a closet and sweat, a lot of it. So if it sounds like I'm dying on this, maybe I am. Maybe I'm having a heat stroke. But you know, this is what I do for you guys, okay? I wasn't going to do an episode this week. I really didn't want to do an episode this week. But I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with this, you know, because I've been sticking with that workout thing that I really don't want to do. But I'm trying to get them crazy abs for the summer that's already here. So you know what? I'm going to just deal with it. You know, I got to put up with a bunch of bullshit this week. But you know what? It is so fucking hot. My God. This shit just came out of nowhere, and I was not prepared. I thought I was going to be prepared for it. You know, I was mentally trying to prepare myself like, damn, I wish it would be hot out. I'm sick and tired of it being cold out. Man, when is it going to be warmer weather out? Shit, I was not prepared, okay? This shit is insane. And niggas could not wait to take advantage of the heat. Shout out to all the fucking fight videos that I saw a couple days ago. Niggas just can't. You just can't wait until it gets nice out, huh? Like, you guys just immediately, the first day that you get that it's like nice out, you just wow, and you start fighting. Shout out to all them bitches that was fighting. Shout out to the nigga that had the machete. Shit, that fight was hilarious. Like, how the fuck do you get your ass whooped when you got a nigga on your side that has a machete and a nigga that has a bat? I am, like, so confused about that. That machete alone should have done, like, way more damage than what the nigga did. But obviously, the man holding it was a pussy, so he didn't know how to utilize that weapon the right way. So, shout out to you, you little herb. You know, shout out to you for getting duffed out even though you have a fucking machete, okay? So a lot of shit's been happening. A lot of shit's been going on. Fuck me. Shit. I got like notes and shit of like stuff I wanted to talk about, and I don't even know where to start. So let's start with Soulja Boy, the man, the myth, and the legend, the God, Soulja Boy, aka whatever the fuck his real name is. He has it on. I don't know what the fuck that nigga name is. But remember like either last week or the week before I talked about like how he got a $400 million deal, and like a bunch of news sites and shit said that, you know what, this is apparently true. He signed a deal with a fucking poker company and shit, and he got a $400 million deal. Remember that story? Well, turns out Soulja Boy wasn't exactly 100% honest about his shit. And he didn't know how deals work. And so he had to learn the hard way that when you sign a contract and you like the max amount of money that you get to make with that company is $400 million, that's when your contract runs out. He thought, oh, so y'all giving me $400 million. All right, boom. I'm running with that. I'm going to jump out the face and put that shit on Twitter. Down. Didn't turn out to be the case, buddy. You didn't make $400 million. You joined like the equivalent of Celebrity Wake Up Now. And they said that with your contract, within 5 years, you can make up to $400 million with that company if you promote them the right way. That's like me saying, if I played the lottery and shit, I could get $400 million or some shit. Just because I played a lottery, it doesn't mean like I won already. I can't just quit my job and say, fuck all you guys, I won the lottery because I'm a psychic and I know what is gonna happen in the future. No, I can't just do that. That's, first of all, that's pretty stupid, you know? Yeah. And shout out to everyone that fell for that lie. You know, I I'm not gonna say I didn't fall for it. Like, I wanted to believe, because I know like them poker companies are mad rich. So I'm like, oh shit, maybe like they seen something else that was I don't know. Like, I wanted to believe that, and I just, only because like I don't want it to be like completely off the table for someone to give me $400 million to do nothing. Like, I know that nigga does nothing, and I want to be in that like realm. I want to be able to just have someone hand me a check and be like, here, uh, do something with it. And I'm like, yo, like, shout out to him. Okay, shout out. Then I just make this shit like not. Hold on, I'm trying to make something happen. All right, I said it. Ah, shit, it can't. So all right, I gotta not have that on. Wow. Okay, I'm feeling pretty dumb right now. I'm doing something on my phone. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right, I'm not editing that out either. Y'all are getting that raw shit today. Okay, I don't have time to edit it out. I am hot. I'm tired. I don't feel like I said at the beginning of this, I don't feel like recording this. But you know what? I'm doing it anyway because I love you guys. Okay, that is why I do this. Shout out to Meek Mill for winning Album of the Year at the Billboard Music Awards. I don't know how the hell that happened. He won over Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and Dr. Dre. Both just Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Just him winning over Kendrick is like surprising to me. Like, I can see like maybe Billboard saying, "Oh, well, he dropped a better album than Drake's, and Drake's was technically a mixtape and it wasn't that good or whatever." I can get them saying that, even though it would be like 100% false. But like, I don't know how he won over Kendrick. Now, even though I may not have liked To Pimp a Butterfly, a lot of people filleted the fuck out of that album. Like, they was like, "Oh my god, this is a beautiful concept and shit." Like, and even if they're like, "Oh well, it was on the charts," even if they were going off like numbers and shit, it's like Kendrick Lamar and Drake also did more numbers than Meek and probably charted longer than Meek. But I'm not going to hate, because a win is oh shit, I dropped my mic. Oh shit, a win is a win. So shout out to Meek. The Illuminati must be real. You hear Rick Ross rapping about Black Illuminati. I'm an Illuminati. Yo, Illuminati. I just got a new Bugatti. Illuminati help me put the seasoning on my lemon pepper wings that I'm eating. Well, that I stopped eating in order to lose this weight. So shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to MG as a whole. Shout out to Wale. Shout out to Rick Ross. Shout out to Pill. Is he even still part of that? Shout out to Gunplay. Shout out to Omarion, who hasn't been buzzing recently. I guess he's eating, like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Yeah. Now, while we're on the subject of music, oh my god, this is like a terrible transition. No, this is like a perfect transition. Damn, I need to learn like to match my stories together. Meek also dropped a remix to the hit song All the Way Up. He takes a little shots at Jake from State Farm. You fucked up my car insurance, bro. Now we on. Now it's on. But nah, Meek dropped the freestyle to All the Way Up, and it's pretty dope. I like it. He's really getting back in his bag. He's doing what he should have done. With Drake, I like the song, and he's still taking shots at Drake. Shout out to that. Shout out to his whole career now being about forever taking shots at Drake. Like he said, y'all gonna have to give me a check in order to stop, and I guess he meant it. So I guess that check from Billboard wasn't enough. I guess Drake didn't cut the check yet for him to leave him alone. So shout out to you. Also, shout out to Jay-Z. He did a remix. He's doing music again now. he did a remix to All the Way Up as well, and he was like, "Yo, something something lemonade. Don't worry about where my bitch is laying, 'cause you know that B is always slaying. You nasty hoes," or something to that effect. He said something about lemonade. I did. Uh, yeah. Shout out to him. He's also dropping allegedly a joint album with Beyonce. So it went from him dropping. It went from rumors of him dropping an album with out like trying to get Beyonce back, and now like there's rumors of him dropping a joint album with Beyonce. So shout out to you. Shout out to the people that come out with these rumors. Like, who the fuck are you guys? Do we just take like random sources? Someone just like, oh yeah, I'm in the in crowd, and I heard that such and such said that someone knows that Jay-Z and Beyonce are working on a joint album, and it's going to be absolutely fire. That's what I've heard. Everybody know, and nobody ever says like who they get their sources. Their sources might just be Twitter. It could just be like a random nigga on Twitter just tweeting shit, and they be like, "Oh, I can't give away my sources because that'd be snitching." My nigga, maybe that's because your source isn't real. You can't just go to Lipstick Alley and pick up some shit and be like, oh my God, this shit must be true. Or go to fucking Kanye to the 4chan or something like that and be like, yo, I could run with this because no one else heard this, because no other news stories picked this up, no Complex or BuzzFeed or fucking Washington Post. So I could post this shit now and be like, yo, I got the deets with like some information and shit. And I know that y'all want to know about something with something. And I say that to say this: niggas, stop lying, okay? Everybody's out here lying with all these fake made up rumors and shit. And then like, my fucking neck. When people fuck me, man, this shit hurts. When people shout out to my neck, I messed it up working out. That I don't know what the fuck I did, but that shit hurts bad, and it's like between my shoulder and my neck, and I don't even know what to do. Like I'm icing it right now, but that shit is not working, and I am in a lot of pain. Someone please help me. Yeah, give me some meds. I need some pills. Yeah, but yo, can we stop with like all these fake stories and shit? Like y'all just make up anything, and like it'd be like a highly connected source is just some nigga playing around online. Like, yo, what if this happened? That would be dope. Like the fucking Tyga losing Kylie Jenner, and like now she's with Party Next Door. Yes, they may have taken a picture together. Yes, Tyga may have lost his bitch. But is Kylie Jenner dating Party Next Door now? I don't know how true that is. Like, how fucked up that would be. Like, for her to just move on from Tyga to fucking Party Next Door, even though Tyga claims he's okay with OVO, and even though he's like dating chicks now and shit too, out in public with bitches that look just like Kylie. You can tell he's heard him saying to TMZ, yo, I still want my bitch back, but it's whatever, we gotta go our separate ways and shit. Nah, nigga, you hurting, and she dumped your dumb ass because maybe you just lie a lot about like your money. You always getting like caught out here, somebody suing you or saying, yo, nigga, pay me my fucking money or whatever, and you can't fuck, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, stop making fake shit up. You know what else I think is fake? Like how people lose airplanes. Like, remember that missing Malaysian flight? I personally don't understand how that happened, because like if you have an area of where it happened, you should be able to find it. Also, how do you lose a fucking 30? I don't know how big airplanes are. I'm just gonna make up a wild number. Fucking Fuck. I am not on my top game today, but I haven't been the past couple weeks, so who the fuck gives a shit, right? Yeah. I don't understand how you lose a like fucking football field long piece of machinery like that. That finds art to me. Like someone losing their car in a parking lot, all right, I get that, like because it's mad cars and shit. But like you see it eventually if it's like no cars around. And so an airplane getting lost in the ocean, as long as you have like a roundabout spot, it doesn't seem that hard to find it. I'm not saying like it's not hard. I'm just saying like for you to come up with nothing, I don't give a fuck about a black box. Like I don't need to know the details of how it went down. We know it crashed. Okay, it had to have crashed. And like another airplane went missing, like an Indian flight. Dude, people need to stop taking fucking that area type. I don't know what area that is, but that area over there, airplanes, because evidently they don't know what the fuck they're doing. If they made two planes go missing within 5 years, that is some questionable shit. And maybe you may not want to trust those airlines because, first of all, where the fuck are they going? Like, it's not even like we couldn't, we found it and there was no survivors. Nah, it's not even like that. It's like we can't even find a piece of the airplane. Sorry. Like, that's it. That's the best you can offer somebody. Like, my parents who were coming over to visit from India are now dead, or whatever, abducted by aliens and being probed and anally raped. I don't know. Nah, I should have just said probed. That would have been better. Shout out to all the rape victims out there. You deserve better than I don't think that was a joke. I was just like being descriptive, I guess. That wouldn't have been a joke, okay? Don't slander me on Twitter, because if you do, I will go back and forth with you and I will troll the shit out of you. Play them games with me. The Beehive already knows what's up. I am not afraid to take shit the farthest, okay? You may think like I'm being serious. I am going to be cracking the fuck up. You going back and forth with me, writing like 30-page think pieces and theses about how Beyonce doesn't look like she's been lightening her skin for her entire life. Maybe that's not true, maybe it isn't, but I said it, and if you try to argue with me, I'm gonna go back and forth with you to try and prove a point that I know is false, but that's the point of trolling, okay, my nigga? Do not try to do this with me. I do this shit for real. But yeah, shout out to all the families of the people who went missing. Shout out to the negligent people who can't find an airplane. Like, I don't know, paint all airplanes yellow. Like, paint it yellow, so even if it's like in the ocean and shit, you could find like a piece of it. And I know you can't, you're gonna say like, oh, that would cost too much to make and shit. Like, dog, that's why we do school buses yellow, like, just in case, so we can find them shits. For fucking kids, that's the brightest fucking color ever. So make that shit yellow. And like, I know white isn't the natural color of a fucking airplane, and I never knew why airplanes would be black. Like, why the fuck do you want an airplane to be black? Unless you're like some stealth CIA type shit. Why in the hell would you make an airplane black? Wouldn't you want it to be like yellow or bright colors? Because when you land on like a runway when it's dark as shit, you want people to be able to see that massive fucking airplane, because someone might crash into it. And I know you're thinking, how the fuck do you crash into an airplane? Well, how the fuck do you lose an airplane, okay? How do you lose an entire fucking 60-foot long, 50,000, no, probably like more than 100,000 pound behemoth? How the fuck do you lose that? Okay, I don't know. They do. Or they're lying. They could just be plain out lying about this shit. I don't know. So yeah, to go with the whole bad transition thing, the Biggest Loser is being shut down, and I have a problem with that. They're trying to get it shut down. Past people are saying, yo, this shit is fucked up because now I got fat again because the stuff that y'all had me doing and shit, that was like an illegal way to lose weight. Like, y'all had me taking diet pills and fucking eating less, but now I went home, I started eating more, I'm not exercising anymore and shit. And in the society that we currently live in, I can see Biggest Loser being kind of problematic to people, because like, telling a fat person, hey, you're fat, or hey, you look like you are about to have a heat stroke. This works perfectly with the heat thing. Ooh, I'm about to go off. Okay, shout out to everyone who like tries to validate fucking fat people. You are about to go through hell during the summer, so I have no sympathy. I have no sympathy for like super obese people who are like stuck in like hospital beds and shit like that. Because first of all, you feel yourself encroaching on that point. Like, whatever decisions you made, no one, listen, first things first, no one is fucking born like that, okay? You're not born that fucking massive. And you could be like, oh no, he got that way when he was a child because he had a condition. Listen to me carefully. Even as a child, it would take you like until you're like 18 or something to even like reach like massive status, and that's not even like being stuck in a chair. You'd be like probably like super fat like the fucking penguin off Batman, but even still, not penguin, probably like not even like blob size. You'd probably be who's a fat nigga? DJ Khaled. You probably be like DJ Khaled size, and even then you can make a change. It would be hard, and I know starting from nothing is hard, because that's basically what I'm doing with this fucking exercise shit. Starting from nothing because I am super fucking out of shape. You know what? You guys are mad out of shape, and you could work out. You could eat right, you could work out, but it's hard, and that's all it is. It's hard to do that, and you don't want to do it, and you're like, oh well, we're all gonna die, whether you're fat, whether you're skinny, whether you do this, whether you do that. Oh, that's right. So if we're going off that logic, why don't you smoke crack, huh? We're all gonna die, right? So you might as well just smoke crack. Why don't you not get a job, not try to do anything? Enjoy life like that, live like a fucking hippie. We're all gonna die anyway. It doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't fucking matter, so you don't need to do anything. If we're going off that based off of that logic that you guys say, that all you guys be like, oh no, well, you shouldn't judge nobody for being fat. No, I'm not judging you for being fat. I'm judging you for being fucking unhealthy, okay? You be like, no, I'm not unhealthy. I can live life like a regular person. No, the fuck you can't if you're stuck in a fucking chair, okay? If it takes a fucking forklift to get you out of a goddamn chair, you are not living life right, okay? Now, I'm not gonna be on here talking about like, oh, kind of chubby people. Like, y'all are good, because as long as you're in shape, it don't really matter. But if you're like fucking obese, if you're 5 foot 300 pounds, you are very obese, my friend. Okay? If you're 5'6", 500 pounds, you are fucking obese, and you need to make a change in your life. But you know what? You're not gonna do that, because everyone babies everyone nowadays, and they're like, oh no, we shouldn't judge them for doing this. Let them live their life. It's wrong. No, my nigga, we are not letting you make these decisions. I'm not trying to sit back and let you kill yourself, because then there's people like you like, oh, we need to change the food because y'all putting all this shit in the food that makes me get fat. No, you fat motherfucker. You are eating 20 portions of the shit that you're not supposed to be, and you're reaching these weight levels, okay? You're reaching these weight levels, and you're not exercising. That's the thing. Niggas need to exercise regularly. We think like just going through the day-to-day is like fine and shit. Oh, it is fine and dandy, but you start eating a little bit more, like just exercise it a little bit. The Rock eats a shit ton of food every fucking day, but he exercises his ass off in order to keep that chiseled body that he has. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to get a body like The Rock. I'm just saying you're going to be moderately in shape. You don't have to do the routine that he does, but you're eating the same amount of food that he is. So I would suggest that you work out just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit, so your fucking stomach doesn't hang down to your goddamn knees, okay? We're not trying to see your titties touch your belly button, which is also touching your fucking knees, okay? Dr. Miami is a miracle worker and all of those plastic surgeons, but some of them can't fix shit like that. And you can't go from 700 pounds to a nice 150 and expect your body to be okay with that? You expect your body to be 100% okay with that? I don't think so, my friend. Okay, there's bones. There's a lot of problems that's gonna be in with that. Yeah, like you can change your body, but at the same time, you can't go from like a massive change like that. Okay, you can't go from being whale size to freaking flounder sized within one day. That's not gonna work out right. It's not gonna be a pretty sight. There's gonna be a lot of skin that looks mad nasty. Okay, you're gonna need a lot of help. So this is what I have to say to all you people that are like saying, no, don't fat shame this person. Fuck you, because you are contributing to, it should be like something like contributing to the delinquency of like others. Like, you know how it's like contributing to the delinquency of minors. Like I don't know how that works, but I know like that's a word, and that's a thing that you can get arrested for. It should be something like that for like fat people. Like if you see someone who is fat as shit and they order like a supersize and 7 portions of it, you ask them, yo, what are you doing with this? Like I cannot allow you to do this, because we stop kids from buying cigarettes at stores. We don't let them buy shit. We don't let like legally at a certain age. It should be like a health restriction too. Like we can't just keep doing this shit. And I know people like, oh no, we need free will. Well, you know what? Freedom is a thing. Freedom is a gift and curse. Okay, people, they get a lot of freedom. They make choices and decisions, and they're not always the right ones. There's someone. This is a perfect segue. Why did I fuck it up by saying that? I am terrible. But yeah, there's someone that is fucking DMX that is getting ready to have his baby right now, knowing that he almost died from a crack overdose only 2 months ago. She's like, what, 8 months pregnant with his child. First of all, who the fuck is fucking DMX in 2016? Shout out to you for just like not giving a fuck. Like throughout all that's like that I don't know. I do not know the processes. Maybe he's a great guy, but you know what? I don't know how great of a guy a crackhead can be. You know, he was on TV with his kid talking about, yo, I love you, but you know what? The crack, it told me not to be a good father and shit. I don't know how well a dude who almost died from a crack overdose is good to be with. But you know what? Shout out to you. Shout out to your free will, and shout out to your ability to make those decisions. You know, but you know who's trying to take away those decisions? Oklahoma State. They're trying to outlaw abortions, and you know what? I think that's fucked up. People should be allowed to, you know, if they make a mistake, they should be allowed to go and get that little scoop, get that problem removed. And I know that sounds fucked up as shit. Some people ain't ready to be parents. You know, it's a lot of people out here who are not ready to be parents. I seen a couple chicks that were trying to flirt with this dude and got mad as shit at their child for being a child. Like, that shit is insane. Why the fuck do you guys do that? Why do you have the kid? I know, like, the kid satisfies some type of need for your, like, you to not be depressed. You like, oh, I did something in this world. I had kids. I'm adding to society. Nah, we need to stop allowing people to do that because, that's wrong. Wait. I can explain. No, I can't. Fuck this. Fuck this topic. Don't make abortions a felony. That is wrong because if I make a mistake, I want to be able to fix it. Yeah. Shout out to the dumbass that got. I am just flying through these. Fuck it. Shout out to the dumbass that got arrested. Because he posted an ad for weed on Craigslist. You know, you guys need to stop thinking that cops aren't on the internet and they won't come to your spot and arrest you. And, you know, once you get arrested for the dumb shit that you were doing, people are going to be like, free you. Nah, maybe they should keep you for a while so you can learn what you did was wrong. And also so that you can learn not to do it again, because, you know what, people are kind of stupid out here. You know, I see this chick. She has been for the past couple days posting an ad for weed brownies and shit. And I'm like, yo, some marijuana is not legal here, son. You might want to keep that on the DL. I know you think, like, just because your Instagram is private, the police won't get on to your shit. They have ways to get past that, my nigga. If someone says, like, oh, we need to hack into this account for, like, what is it, like, security purposes and shit, like it's messing up with the case, they could probably find you and shit, so you might want to take that shit down. Someone just got arrested for that, and I don't want to see your fine ass get arrested for that shit. So I know you're probably like trying to sell it for some nigga because you probably have more followers on Instagram than him. But you know what, do better. That's all I want for everybody. Do better. Speaking of jail, Bill Cosby, and that will be the final topic of the day. It is hot as shit. Oh my god, what the fuck? I am sweating so bad. It is so goddamn hot in this goddamn closet. My god, please someone pay for me to get a studio because this is ridiculous, okay? I cannot do this anymore. It is too fucking hot in this goddamn closet. My god, my nipples are sweating. But anyway, shout out to Bill Cosby. He's going to trial now for everything that he did and for being a racist. It was also some shit that came out that said he paid to keep a teenager quiet to have sex with him. So shout out to you, Bill. It's just not looking good for you at all. A lot of people were saying that you should die now, you know. Maybe you should. Maybe you should commit suicide and leave like a very horrifying note. Like, just don't even address like everything else. Just be like, yo, I'm mad that y'all would tear down an icon like this and allow them to do that. Like, just blame someone else and kill yourself. That is the only thing that you can do in this situation because you are completely and 100% fucked. Rape is one thing and pedophilia is another one. So, yeah. It's quiet for you, Bill. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So that's it for today. I know it's kind of short, but you know what? Whatever. It's hot as shit. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Fodera. Like and subscribe. Follow the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and SoundCloud at the Culturally Inappropriate Podcast. I might be uploading the podcast to YouTube again. I don't know, maybe, but it is hot as shit, and I'm getting out of this closet. I will see you guys again next week. Peace.